What we are doing today is mobile app penetration testing, as you can see. So I'm going to work on a brief overview of mobile app penetration testing. So what is mobile app penetration testing? We are from here we'll now go to setting up the lab. So here we said mobile app penetration testing reviews vulnerabilities in the cybersecurity posture of mobile application. Here we will only focus on Android. OS will come later. Now, course outline. We are going to setting the stage. I'm going to show the resources and books to read, the mobile app penetration certification you can get, and device requirements. Secondary, the process, the penetration testing process, and the mobile app penetration testing process. Thirdly, we are going to talk about the static and dynamic analysis when doing mobile app penetration testing. Are you people hearing me? Can you hear me? Okay, so now I'm trying to give you the brief overviews before we get into the course proper. Now, in Android penetration testing setup, first we are going to know the basics of Android security. Secondly, we are going to know the Android security architecture. Thirdly, we are going to do the lab setup, VM workstation or VirtualBox if you want to use Linux. But for now, I'm going to focus on Windows. Kali Linux Android Studio, which we are going to use for static and dynamic analysis. APK2 for decompiling and recompiling the Android APK. JDS GUI for static analysis of Android code. APK Studio for also decompiling. We also have emulator setup and physical devices where you can plug your device and penetrate your device, your physical phone, Android phone. We get to that later. Now, Android penetration testing, static analysis. What is static analysis? Static analysis is just testing the app without the app running. That is static analysis. You can do it automatically or you can do it manually. Now, in static analysis, you are going to check Android manifest, which I'm going to show later. So don't worry, just be looking at what I'm saying. Later you understand when we are doing the actual practical. And can you give me some time? Let me know whether any other person need acceptance. Let me check whether everybody has joined. So I will admit all. Okay. Okay, let's go back to what I'm discussing. So in Android, okay, we are in. So we are. So we are talking about Android manifest. In Android manifest, we are going to look at the. Okay, we are going to look at the activities. We are going to look at content providers. We are going to look at stored secrets or API keys. We are going to look at Firebase, storage buckets, and automating the penetration testing using MobSF. It's an application. We get to that later. Now, in Android penetration testing, the one I finished previously is called static analysis. Now, in dynamic analysis, you're going to test the app when it is running. Because in the process of running the app, there's some information that might be stored on the storage on the memory of the device you are using. So during dynamic analysis, we are going to test all those things. We are going to do introduction to FRIDA and objection. We will understand that later. We are going to inject FRIDA manually, inject it automatically. We are going to patch APK for modern apps. We are going to dump memory and sensitive data. We are going to look at local storage and runtime. We are going to do live bug hunting with some apps. I'm not going to use I'm going to use a free app, not company app, to avoid problem. Now, course resources. So you can click on this course resources. I'm going to share the link later. So let's get to that later. We are going to look at mobile penetration testing OWASP Git book, OWASP mobile top 10, sec juice intro to freedom and rejection, hack tricks checklist, and hack tricks checklist for iOS. Now, let me show you the OWASP top 10. So look at as we have OWASP mobile top 10, we also have OWASP web top 10. So this one is talking about OWASP mobile top 10. Look at OWASP mobile top 10. I don't know whether you can see it. If you just go to Google and type OWASP mobile top 10, it will get you to this page by owasp.org. So this is mobile top 10 2024 final release. So we are going to this is for 2024. You will see what is called the first M1, which is mobile 1, is improper credential usage, inadequate supply chain security, and all this till insufficient cryptography. Now, this is how it was in 2024. This is how it was in 2016. There has been a difference. So I think OWASP is to change these things at 4 years. Every 4 years, they update their list. Every 4 years, they update their list, both for mobile app and web app. So in this 2024, look at the new things they added. They added improper credential usage, which is the first thing you need to test. This is based on their severity. From M1 to M10, the M1 is the highest severity, followed by M2, M3, M4 to M10. So this is it. This is when it's now. If you okay, let me continue. Are you guys following me? Hello. Okay. Okay. Now, let me check whether anybody need acceptance. Admit people. Okay. If you are just joining, we are talking about mobile app penetration testing and walking through the PowerPoint, the nitty-gritty of the mobile app. So in these courses, these are the course resources, which I will share the link later. Does anybody have question? Any question? Any question? Okay. You're not seeing the screen? Okay. Let me check. Okay, I'm coming. I was sharing the screen previously. Okay. Okay, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm what? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to bring it up. So my system is trying to misbehave. Okay, yeah, you can see it. Yeah. Okay. So now the vast requirements for this lecture. In Android penetration testing, you need a Windows. You can also test using Windows. You can also test using. Let me close this in. You can also test using Parrot OS, Kali Linux, MacBook, or even Windows subsystem for Linux. If you type Windows subsystem for Linux, it's kind of Linux in your Windows. Now, preferably you can use 16 gig RAM, or maybe from 8 or to 16. But if you want it to work well, you're going to use 16 gig RAM. Now, I prefer using SSD. Also, your CPU should be 2.0 gigahertz upwards for smooth testing. Now, this is the penetration testing process. In penetration testing process, we are going to use the general penetration test, both web or mobile app, any test you are testing. You are going to do reconnaissance. Reconnaissance means investigation, the prior investigation, active or passive. Active means testing the app. Passive, indirect. You are going to scan or enumerate. You are going to do exploitation to exploit the app. You are going to do privilege escalation. Once you have exploited, you escalate your privilege, maybe laterally or vertically. Laterally from one app to another, vertically from one user to another user. You are going to do, after you must have done everything, you cover your tracks so that you won't be tracked, and it won't be traced back to you, and you do reporting. Now, pen testing process in nutshell. Exploitation. It says taking advantage of vulnerabilities that you discover through enumeration and reconnaissance. In privilege escalation, I'm trying to explain what is some of the things that are here. In privilege escalation, it means once inside the system or environment, you moving laterally or vertically to obtain more access. Lateral means from a device or app to another device or app. That is lateral movement. Whenever you hear lateral movement in penetration test, it means from one device or from one app to another once you have gained access. Now, what of vertical movement? Whenever you have vertical movement, it means moving from a low level user, because previously you are going to log into a low level user before migrating to a high level user. So moving from low level user to high level user. Now, cover your tracks means eliminating evidence that may incriminate you or leave signs of exploitation. You need to cover your tracks so that it won't be traced. Changing timestamps or erasing video footage if needs be. Reporting means the result of all your hard work, outlining the findings and exploits to the company that employed you so that they can fix them. This is what separates us from bad guys. So, in reporting, this where an ethical hacker comes into play. But if it's maybe unethical hacker, which is black hacker, there is no time to report. They just exploit the system. Now, a mobile application penetration process. The other one I did was general penetration testing. But now, in mobile, you are going to do the reconnaissance. I will show you what is reconnaissance. You are going to do static analysis. You are going to do dynamic analysis. You are going to do reporting. Reconnaissance, I'm going to test it with Android Play Store. Static analysis, I'm going to show it later. Dynamic analysis, the same thing. Once the app is running, you are trying to test. Reporting, you do the normal report. Now, reconnaissance means finding information about the company. The earnings report, the press release, often contain information about the mobile apps. Find the target app on the Play Store or Apple Store. We are going to show some of them, that like read bad reviews, enumerate who created the app, enumerate the different app versions and patch notes, and enumerate the company's other apps. Let me show you what is reconnaissance. Like if we go to, let me open my browser. Now if you go to Play Store, let's go to Play Store, maybe Android Play Store, and search for one app. Let me show you what reconnaissance is all about. Now, once you enter here, you are trying to, let's check test Uber for example. Let it finish loading. Uber. If I'm right, Uber app. Now look at Uber app. Once you click on Uber app, okay, you look at reviews and see whether anybody look at this one. Said, unfortunately I had a bad experience with Uber. I waited. There's some, okay, after receiving the pin, I shared it with the driver. Some of the things you are going to see here will help you to have access to the app. Some of the bad reviews. So this is what we call reconnaissance. You can also go to Uber website and check if they have other apps. That's what we call reconnaissance. Trying to see information that might help you. So I hope everybody's following me. Are you people following me? Huh? Okay. Now, oh, you think what? Okay, sorry. So we're talking about mobile penetration testing. So reconnaissance, I'm talking about reconnaissance, taking advantage of public information to see if you have access to the app. So look at, I use Oba as an example. 5 million downloads. You check the reviews, what people said about it. Somebody might give you a clue. Maybe the app crashed in this process, or the app crashed in this window. You now install the app, check where it crashed, run it through static analysis, and see any information you can decode from the crashing. That is called reconnaissance. So let me go back to my PowerPoint. So now static analysis, I think I'm okay. Now reconnaissance, I said you read bad reviews. Let me go. Okay, where is it? Okay, now read bad reviews, enumerate who created the app. This one is called social engineering. Can you use social engineering to enumerate who created the app? Enumerate the different app versions and enumerate companies' other apps. Now, static analysis, I've said it before, but look at it on the PowerPoint. Reading the application code via manual or automatic tools to assess the security. Now, looking for hard-coded strengths. I will show it later. Security misconfiguration or additional targets extracted from the app. Static analysis will sometimes result in pentesting process being triggered, especially additional enumeration of fingerprinting. What does it mean? That during static analysis, it can trigger some things when you are doing enumeration of fingerprinting. Now, find a URL in static analysis. Recom. Please, can you off your mic? Maybe during when I ask question, you cannot on it up. Please. Okay, nobody to accept. Okay. So static analysis, look at it here. Now, in static analysis, look at what we're going to check. We are going to check the variables, as you can see on this screen. You can fuse the app for input, which is called maybe SQL injection. Try SQL injection. Fuse it for parameters. You can do my analysis. These are the things you can do. I will show you where to get all these things from. So you can do Firebase security, Firebase URL, storage buckets. I will show this later. Now, dynamic analysis is running the application and manipulating it. You run it and manipulate whether you can see any information, like intercepting the traffic using Bob suits. Dumping memory from the application to check for insecurely stored secrets. Checking storage, local storage for files created at runtime. Checking your memory, your internal storage to know whether any files have been dumped. You break SSL pinning at runtime. What is SSL pinning? SSL pinning is allowing the app to pass through a proxy like Bobsuit. That is SSL pinning. Some app, when you want to pass through Bobsuit, do not allow you. So use SSL pinning. You break it so that it will pass through Bobsuit and you manipulate it. Bobsuit, what they call it, Bobsuit, whatever. Now, dynamic analysis can often result in attacks related to owasp top 10, which I've showed, like SQL injection, cross-site scripting, and IDOR, which is indirect object reference. Notes on XSS. You often will not get XSS in mobile apps itself, but sometimes this can affect the full version. So what it's talking about that in my test Android app, you will not get the XSS, but it can trigger an XSS in the full version of the web app. Now, reporting. Often contains executive summary as well as specific vulnerabilities. You know what is reporting all about. Write a report with both top 10 in mind. Provide business with criticality. As if you have done Google Cybersecurity, you see that what is called criticality 9.0, 7.0. So it says provide business with their criticality and make sure it can be reproduced. Remember to mention the positive security implementation. Once you have finished your penetration testing, you remember to tell them how to prevent it after everything you have done. Now, Android architecture. Android is based on Linux operating system. Are you still following me? Are you following me? Okay. Okay. Let me check whether other fellows have joined so I can accept them. Okay. Nobody has joined. Let's continue what I'm doing. Okay. Somebody, let me accept this guy. Okay. Okay. Okay, now let's continue. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Are you still following? Okay, okay. Okay, now Android Android is based on Linux operating system. Your Android phone can take commands just like any Linux device. Like you can do ls in Android phone. You can do cd, you can do rm. ls means list, cd means change directory, rm means remove. You can do all this things in track hacking Linux basis. Now permissions to folders and applications are dependent on Linux operating system file permission model. The same way we have permission in Linux operating system, that's the same way it works in Android, since Android works on Linux operating system. So if you have done Google Cybersecurity, you also see all these things. This is read, write, execute. R means read, W means write, X means execute. There is no X here. So the first is a file type, which can be D, which signifies directory or any other thing. The second is the owner of the file. From here, this is the first letter is the file type. From here, 1 2 3 is the owner. 1 2 3 is the group where the file belongs. 1 2 3 is other users. These are users privileges. So this, if you have done Google, you understand all these things. If you did it well. R means readable, W means writable, X means executable. This hyphen means denied. So in this place now, you see that the owner of the file can read, can write, but cannot execute. The group that owns the file can read, cannot write, cannot execute. Reading means you can view. Write, you cannot change some things. Execute, running the stuff. The last means arrow means others can read, cannot write, cannot execute. This how Android operates, just like Linux operating system. Android identity and access management. As mentioned, each application has its own user for the application. This user is the owner of the application directory. UID between 1000 and you can understand all these things as we understand when we continue. So here we have data app com.example generic, which means generic application data. We have data. I will show this later. Well, this is access management. When you want to access some things to your Android, this one means MONT SD card Android. When you want to store external stuff, the same thing applies here. A different app requiring different user. This stops applications from interacting with each other unless explicitly granted access or content provider. Now in Android application, you cannot this application cannot interact with another application. Maybe Google Chrome interacting with Firefox, it's not possible except you grant access to it. Now we have root user, system level accounts. We'll talk about this later. Now these are noteworthy API versions. You need to know all these things. Android 4.1 is API level 16, which was published in November 2012, that has introduction of security enhanced learner, which is called Selenius. Security enhanced learner, that's the full meaning of this. Android 4.3 API level 18 in July 2018. They introduced security enhanced learners, became enabled by default. These are different things that was enabled. These different features that came with each different versions of the app. We have Android 9 up to Android 13. So I think that's where my slide stop, which is better. Now, Android application security. Now, every Android application can be reverse engineered. What do I mean by reverse engineer? You can take it back to the code, maybe decompile it and take it back and see the code and recompile it and bring it back again. That is called reverse engineer. So every Android application can be reverse engineered, rebuilt, reassigned, and rerun. This means an attacker can modify application for sharing. That's why they always advise you to download application from Google. Since application can be reverse engineered, if you don't download application from Google, maybe from other sources, you don't know that have been reverse engineered with some malware added to it. So when you install the application, you are giving access to malware and access to hackers. So that's why they always tell you to use Google Play Store. And sometimes I think Google Play Store introduce what you call scanning. You can scan your app for virus. This is because Android app can be reverse engineered. Now the source code is available by using a tool called GDSGUI, which I will show, or APK tool. Now look at developers. You can decompile Android application from Java or Kotlin. Android application runs with Java, but recently, I think from I can't remember, but recently it runs on Kotlin, but previously it runs on Java. So you can decompile it from Java or Kotlin to DEX bytecode. You can reverse engineer it from that DEX bytecode to Smalley back to decompiled Java or Kotlin. Now, application signing. This is how Android application works. Once you have reverse engineered the app, or once you have built app, let's focus on once you have built app, you are going to upload, the developer will upload the key. Where the app signed with uploaded key, you upload the key with the app signed and send to Google. Google will also sign the app with a public key. App sign and app signing, which will now be sent to user. So now, in application signing, since anyone could modify an application and publish it to Play Store, how do we ensure its integrity? That's the question. Since anyone can modify an application and publish it to the Play Store, how do we ensure its integrity? Answer: they use what we call public key cryptography, which is used by Google. So here, once you sign the app, Google will also put their public key, so that anybody that wants to reverse engineer the app and upload it again, it will detect it. So that's what called public key. Now today there are three methods of verifying signatures. We have APK signature scheme version 1, version 2, version 3. Version 3 is the latest model. Most of the app use version 2. Version 1 is old version. And mind you, these versions is their level of security. So version 3, app signed with version 3 signature scheme is more secured than app signed with version 2 signature scheme, which is also more secured than the one signed by version 1. So in addition, Google implemented Google Play signing, which has unique signatures to the app I've seen before. So you can use key to Jive Signer and zip align to sign the app, which I will show later. Okay, I think the slide have ended. Let me show you some things you need to know. Let's go to our browser. I will share the links later, so don't mind. Now I've talked about the owasp top 10. Now, for us to set our lab, we are about to set our lab. For us to set our lab, we come to what is called Java. Just type Java on the Google. Are you following me? Hello. Now you want to install a tool that can help us to do static analysis. Now, and that tool is called GDSGUI. Now, for that tool to work, you must have Java installed in your app, in your system, whether Windows, Linux, any of them. But I'm using Windows for now. So just go to Google and type Java download. It will take you to this place called www.java.com. You now click on download. Once you download it, you just install it. If you can install app, install it like the way I install a normal app. Now, after you must have installed it, you download what is called GDSGUI. Just type GDSGUI. You will see it's a GitHub by skylot/GDSGUI. It's a GitHub link. Once you type it, will take you to this place. If you come here, okay, let me go back. I think I should go back so you see what I'm talking about. No, it's not here. So now, okay, once you go to GitHub, it will show you this thing, GDSGUI. Once it shows you this thing, you click on this place, releases, or at my right hand, you see 1.5.0. maybe tomorrow you can have 1.6 or 1.0, any version. Just click on releases. Once you click on this is latest 1.5.0. you download it. 1.5, you come to here, you see GUI by zip, GUI by win, GUI slash GUI slash dash 1.5.0 dash node dash gr dot, this particular one win.exe. This is where I got to download this. It's around 109 MB. I'm recording this, but don't worry, I'm going to share it later so you can cool down and watch it and ask me any question. So this is the GUI. Are you following me? Are you following me? Okay. So, okay, this is a tool for static analysis. Once I finish downloading GUI, let me show how it looks like. Since I've downloaded it on my system, see the GUI. I place it on my. Once you have installed the Java, once you click on it, it's going to open. Let me just show you what it means. This GUI. Okay. Let's see open. So as we're waiting for the GUI to open, let's go to another. Should I just wait for it to open? So as we're waiting for it, let's go to another place. Another thing you're going to install is Android tools. Once you type Android tools on Google, it's going to show you this SDK platform tools release notes. Click on it. Once you click on it, now it will open. It will open SDK platform tools. We are going to need it for our APK tool to work. So once you come to this SDK platform tools releases, you come to this place and click on download SDK platform tools. Once you download it, you extract it. Want to extract it, you come to this place. Let me see what I can download. I'll show what I mean. Let's download it first. SDK platform tools. Now I've clicked on download. Look at what the one I click on. Download SDK platform for Windows. This is for Mac. This is for Linux. So we're doing talking about Windows. Click on it. You come to accept agreement. Click download SDK platform tools for Windows. Let's click on it. Look at it. Click on start download. Now it has finished downloading. Now open. Let me open the folder where it's downloaded. Let's open the folder. Okay. So look at it compress. So look at platform tools. Hello, can you off your mic? Can you off your mic? Off your mic. Off your mic. Okay. Okay. Because I need to get feedback. That's why I left it on. Please. So look at, as you have downloaded it, this is uncompressed. Look at SDK tools, SPK, what you call it, platform tools for Linux. It's zip file. You need to extract it. Now once you extract it, I am using WinRAR. Once you extract this file, you copy the extracted folder and come to what do you call it? Come to local disk. Local disk. So no. Come to local disk. Come to Windows. And paste the platform tools here. You need to paste the platform tools here. Look at it. Look at mine. I place my platform tools here. Where is it? Platform tools for Windows. ABCDIJK. Where is platform? Okay, look at the platform tools. Are you seeing it? So I place it in my local disk Windows folder, or you extract it and leave it where it is. Go to your environment variables, type environments so that you can link it. Edit environment variables. Go to environment variables. Go to paths. If you do not place it on that Windows, if you don't want to place it there, you can link it to any other application you left it. Go to paths. Go to edit. You can now click on browse and add it. Look at mine. It's on C folder. So you can now click on browse and look for it and add it. So that's how to do the APM platform tools for Windows. Now let's stop there and show you the JDS GUI. So JDS GUI have opened. Are you seeing it? I click on this JDS GUI for the compiling APK. It has opened. So let's test this APK, DVBA. Okay, let me open one APK and show you how it works. This is for static analysis. So let's check with, I don't want to go with my MTN app. Let me look for any free app. Let's go for Android. It's a free app for testing. You open it, or you can drag and drop. If you don't open it from here, you can drag and drop. So click on open. So I will show you how it works in brief. So let's see. It's going to decompile the app for you, so you can test for anything. So it's loading. So while it's loading, let's continue what I'm doing. So once you have downloaded the platform tools, I think that I am okay. Now once you have downloaded the platform tools, you install this one. What's it called? Download Windows wrapper. Install guide. What will you click? Okay, now after you must have downloaded the platform tools, you come to this place. It's called the APK2. Type APK2 on Google. It will take you to this place, APK2. You can also use and decompile. Once you come to APK2, to show you this thing, download. If you come to Windows, this install guide. You see, download the Windows wrapper script. Look at the direction for you to install the APK2 for the compiling. Say, download the data scripts. Right click and save the link as apk.bat. So I'll click on this thing. Sorry, click on it. Wrapper script. Oh, it was blocked by my defender. Okay. Oh, this is another thing. I don't know my password. So once you download it, it says rename it. Rename whatever you downloaded to apk2.bat. You have to rename it. Now download the latest version of apk2. Click on this place. So to show you it to take you to the apk2 location. Once you have downloaded this Windows wrapper, you download the apk2. Click on it. It will take you where you can download the apk2. So this is apk2 as of 2024. This is the latest version. If you come down, you see the older version. This is the latest version. Download this apk2. Come back to the instruction manual. You see, move both the apk jar. This particular one you have downloaded. Okay. Rename the downloaded jar to apk2.jar. Let's check. So once you have downloaded this thing, let's finish downloading. Let it finish loading. It's loading. Network. Okay, this now I finished decompiling the JDS GUI for static analysis. So look at the source code of the Android. Come to resources. Come to Android manifest.sml. You see now in this app is showing that the minimum I use in Android, I don't know what it's called, minimum SDK version it can run. That means this app, the minimum SDK version it can run is 21. Remember that said that 21 is what? I don't know whether Android, what you go and check what it is in your listing. 21 should be in our slide. I showed what each of them means. So it said that it can run on minimum SDK version of 21 and the target version, which is maximum of 29. So this is a manifest. You need to check. If when you are doing pen testing, you also check here, but I just want to show you how it works. So this thing I've decompiled. This how the app works. Manifest.xml. So you see the app was designed with Kotlin. You see Firebase. There are many things you can check here. You see the scripts. So this have decompiled the app. This is what called JDS GUI. Is for decompiling the Android app. So see it, the one we have downloaded before. Let's go back. So I click on the latest APK2. Okay, once you have downloaded it, you come here, say move, rename the downloaded jar. Once you have downloaded this APK2, this particular thing, APK2 2.9 or any version .jar, it's telling you to rename it, the downloaded jar, to APK2.jar, because it's going to have something before the dot. So make sure it is APK2.jar alone. Now move both the APK2.jar and the APK2.bat, this particular one, that this wrapper script, move it to your Windows directory folder, which is C/Windows. See what it means. If you have downloaded this thing and rename it to apk.bat, download this thing and rename it to apk2.jar, as I have said, move both this one and this one to Windows Windows folder. This one I've showed you before. You come to your local disk, come to this local disk C, and go to Windows folder and place it. So I think mine should be here, apk2.jar. You see it here, so you place it here. So mine should be here, so I can locate it. So place both of them here. Once you have done that, you can now test whether ADB can run on your what do you call it, on your system. ADB means Android device. ADB, Android device, whatever, I can't remember, CMD. I just run it. So you see, once you have finished installation of this to this particular point, you go to your Windows and type ADB. Look at it. So we have installed everything successfully. If you do not see this, that means you have made an error. So once you type ADB, you see all these things. That means it have installed. But once you type ADB and you do not see, that means it didn't get the installation properly. Okay. Now let's close it. That's all for now. You can go and read this for Linux and this for Mac. Now you download Android Studio, which we are going to use. Once you download Android Studio, look at Android Studio. Click on Download Android Studio by Jerry. I don't know how many megabytes it is. Let me check. Accept agreements. Click on Download to download the latest version of Android Studio. So once you have downloaded it and installed it, you come to it. You will see something like this. Where's my Android Studio? Android Studio. Android. Many things on my laptop. Android Studio. Okay, look at Android Studio. So once I've installed it, you open it, or you can open on its own. Let's open Android Studio. So it's going to open. So before it opens, once I've done it and opens, let's check off these things have opened. So this is how to test for Android, all about Android security, owasp, master, whatever. So you come to this place, you see platform overview, Android architecture. You can read about this. So it's trying to open. This is blocking my view. So you can read about this from here. As I said, this it will change it to Java bytecode when you are decompiling it. You see Android security defense in depth. So you can go and read about all these things, because The more you read about this, the more you get the general overview of Android. Now let Android Studio open, so I will show you how it works. So before it opens, do anybody have any question? You cannot unmute your mic and ask questions before it opens. Do anybody have any question? Hello. Yeah, so I'm trying to open Android Studio, so it's wasting time. So let's ask questions before it opens. Do anybody have question? Let me just check. Dismiss. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yes, you can get resources, and the video is being recorded. Yes, yes. So I'm going to post it on YouTube so I can watch it again. Yeah. Okay. So let's check whether the Android Studio have finished opening. So look at the Android Studio. It's going to open. You can create do Ctrl N to create new file. My system is hanging. So let it open completely. So that is how Android Studio, once you open it, so from this Android Studio you're going to do what is called static, more of static and less of dynamic analysis. I will show you a tool that works very well for dynamic analysis, which is called owasp. So for the people that are joining late while waiting for this Android Studio to open, so from here I can click Ctrl N. It's not even clicking anything. I'm waiting for it to load completely. So this before I continue, these platform tools are downloaded from here. It works. These platform tools that are downloaded, that you extracted to C folder, it helps you to run shell on Android Studio, which I'm going to show. So I wanted for this thing to open. Okay, look at it. This ADB, these platform tools, in case if I've forgotten, these platform tools that we downloaded, where is it? This particular one, once you download, you extract it to C folder. As I said before, when you watch the video, it is what's going to help you when you're working with Android Studio to get a shell, which I said if you want to know whether it has worked, just go to CMD and type ADB. Once you have installed these platform tools and extracted it to C folder, as I've said before, go to this place and type ADB, Android debug something. I can't remember. Android debugging box, or either Android debugging box. Click OK. If you have installed that platform tools, it's going to show you this exactly. But if you have not installed, it's not going to show you. So that is it. Or either you start to C folder, or you do that I told by environment variables. Go to environment and do the environment variables part of it to link it, like I showed you before. So if you are watching the video, you will see it. So that is the essence of this platform tools. It's going to work with Android Studio. This one about open that I just opened now, this particular one. So that's the essence of platform tools for pen testing. So don't worry, you are going to get to the pen testing proper. So this APK tool is for the compiling. which I'm going to show. If you type once you have finished this apk2 now, this apk.bat, let us follow this information. Once you have finished this in, and come here and type to this cmd, where is it, and type apk2. Once you have followed everything and type apk2 in your command prompt, click enter. If you do not see this thing, you know that you didn't install it properly. If you do not see this thing once you type apk2, you know you didn't install it properly. Like if I make mistake in apk nonsense, let me just I see not recognize. But since I installed it properly, it's going to show. So that's how to show you have installed apk2. The other one, just type adb. This platform tools is for you to run shell, Android shell, like Linux command shell in your Android studio. So you can, I don't know, I think this is the general setup. Probably in the next class I'm going to show you how to do static analysis. So I'm open for questions right now. Anybody can ask question. If you are joining, you can ask me questions. I will go back. I'm open for questions. Ask questions. If you are joining you, I'm going to share this slide if you need it. I said mobile pen test. Yeah, ask questions. Good evening. Okay, sorry, there's no problem. Penetration testing, yeah. You just to test Android app the way you are testing. You know what is called web app penetration testing. Have you heard about web app testing the website using OWASP top 10? If you need to know what is OWASP top 10, like in mobile app you have what is called mobile, I think I show it, mobile app top 10 from OWASP. Look at it, OWASP. You see what is called look at it, top 10 mobile risk. So you are trying to test all these things in your app. Before any company publish the app, you need to test all these things, especially this top 10, which is very severe. There are other ones so that are security issue, but this one is very severe. The first one is the most severe, improper credential usage. So this is what you are testing to make sure the app is secure. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So that's all about penetration testing. Testing the app to make sure it's secure. Fixing it before the bad guys get at it and ruin your reputation or your efforts. That's all. So any other question? Okay. Anybody can ask questions. I'm open for questions because I want to do this in series. Next time I'm going to do we have set up the lab, so you can go and watch the video and try to set up the lab. If you have any question, you ask me, because next class is going to be all about the static analysis, which I've showed with Jades GUI. I just showed the brief, but I will tell you what to look into in a mobile app, the things you are going to look into to make sure the app is secure. So any question? Okay. No, you are trying to test the ones that have already been built for security issues using OWASP top 10. This OWASP top 10. So you are not building any app, but you can, in top 10 you can also re-engineer the app, because for you to be a cybersecurity, all these penetration testers, you used to make sure that everything is secure. So you need to reverse the engineer the app, try to build it, because if you not test it and hackers do the same thing and they build the app and test and it works, it can ruin your reputation. Like I told you, there are some things you can do on the app which is going to trigger on the website, and you should know that most of the companies always secure their website more than they secure the app. So if you test website and it didn't go, sometimes you can get access to some information on the website via the app. So that is it. Any other question? Okay. Let me check whether people ask me question. You can be asking question while I'm checking. Somebody raise his hand. I want to know who raised his hand. So any other question? I'm waiting. So if you are joining, I can just go to the general overview what I've said before. So that's what I said. So we are talking about mobile app penetration testing. So I'm saying that in penetration testing, mobile app penetration testing reviews vulnerabilities in cybersecurity posture. That means it reviews the security issue in an app, both iOS or Android. So we are trying to fix it before the bad guys get at it. That is all about testing it. Now I've said the course outline, the testing process you're going to use, the both dynamic and static, and how to set up the stage. Here I've showed you the tools you're going to need, the setup, basic of Android security, which I've showed before. You need a Android Studio, APK to JDS GUI, APK editor, which I'm going to show later. I don't want to show you all the tools. I want to show the important ones before I will not show the other less important ones. So now these are things we're going to test. Static analysis, we are going to test Android manifest.xml, which I've showed before, but I've not shown the activities, the content provided, the stored secrets or API keys, and Firebase. This is a penetration testing process we are going to follow. So I'm just showing. Okay, I didn't talk about the certification, mobile penetration testing certification. If you want to be satisfied mobile application testing, look, these are things you're going to do by e-learning. Let me click on it so I can see it on my screen. If you want to get satisfied, this code is from by e-learning. Let me show it on a mobile app. It's trying to open. So this is by e-learning.